Yo, RX back with another recap of UFC Qatar Sarukian versus Hooker. We back with another recap of a card that was super early over in Qatar that was really good. To be honest, this was a great card in my opinion. I know I said well, even in the breakdown, to try and follow 322's borderline impossible. This card might have been better. Like, of course, like in terms of like big moments, of course, Morales and Prates tops anything here. But like overall, this card might have been a bit better. Like, this card I thought was phenomenal. Not perfect, far from perfect. Because, of course, there was a few bad fights. And again, for a card to be perfect, I think that's more borderline impossible than anything else. But I thought this card was really good. Like, the last fight night of the year could easily be the best fight night of the year. Like, it wasn't an early card, which sucked, but the card was so good, it didn't even feel like it was an early card after, like, the third or fourth fight. So, this was a banger. This was a great card. On paper, it was pretty good. I know a lot of people shit on it for no reason, but on paper, it looked phenomenal. Maybe not phenomenal, but it looked really good, and it overproduced from even how good it looked on paper. So, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great card. Maybe better than 322. Fun, good knockouts, good finishes, good fights. Early was bad, but the card was so good, didn't feel like it was early. This could easily be the best fight night of the year. So, like, of course, recency bias, and we are at the end of the year, so we will have to be talking about that more. But unless I'm forgetting a fight night, because a lot of them have not been great this year, this might be the best one, and I'm very excited to talk about it and recap it. So, I say, shall we do just that? I think we shall. So, that being said, I think really the only thing left to say is the normal, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turns up goal by the end of 2025. With the normal YouTube bullshit out of the way, is there anything else to say in this intro? Did the YouTube thing. Talked about the card being phenomenal. Okay, I don't see a point to keep talking about it like that when we just dive right in and talk about the fights by themselves. So I say let's do just that, shall we? Unless I'm going to say something in this intro, which I don't think I am. This card was great. I'm excited to recap it. But let's do just that. So, not really much else to say. 14 fights from over in Qatar early on a Saturday. Ready to recap them? I know I am. 14 fights, UFC Qatar Recap. I'll begin. Everyone made weight, and we got all the same fights we got before, so now let's recap them after breaking them down. What happened? Beginning with the first fight of the night. Thankfully, it was the first fight of the night, because it was also the worst fight of the night, as we had in our first fight of the night at heavyweight. Again, probably worst fight of the night, because this was fucking putrid and pathetic excuse for a fight. If it was even a fight, they never hit each other. As we had to begin the night, or the morning, over in Qatar, the first ever fight in Qatar. Yeah, don't worry, Qatar gets better from this piece of shit. We had to begin UFC Qatar, Denzel Freeman versus Merrick Butchla. Yeah, like I said, thank God the old first fight of the night was the worst fight of the night, because this was fucking garbage. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. For 15 minutes, these two stared at each other and threw leg kicks. That's about it. I'm not even trying to be funny. For 15 minutes, these two morons just threw leg kicks at each other, and yeah, neither guy left with any damage outside of their legs hurting. Fucking pathetic. Yeah, trash fight. These two are clearly not ready for something like this. If this was on Contender Series, which it probably should have been, Dana would have fucking laughed at both these idiots. This was garbage. What else can you really say? This was a terrible fucking fight between two guys who shouldn't have been in there. Freeman did a bit more, so he got the clear win 3-0. I don't think anyone really disagrees with that. Piss poor fight. Waste of fucking time. Should have just been LFA prelim. What else can really be said? This was just awful. Truly, just fucking awful. And yeah, at least it was opening the card, so if you want to look at the bright spots of it, the worst fight of the night was the first fight, so cool. Waste of time, shit fight. Yeah, Freeman clearly won, but God, was it not a good win at all. And yeah, that's about that, so I don't know what else to say about the fight. I can keep calling it garbage, or we can just move on really shit quicker than we fucking need to waste any more time on it, so yeah. To talk about the fighters real quick, for Freeman, he's garbage. He'll be an easy fade in his next fight, because he'll probably get someone a little bit better, and they'll probably beat him. He's shit. I don't know how he beat Asplund in fucking hindsight. And, yeah, Freeman's garbage. That's about the long and short of it. So, he'll be an easy fade in his next fight. He'll hopefully be the favorite, and it'll be just an easy pick. So, yeah, he's awful. He's fucking garbage. He's awful. That's simple. But he was a better fighter here, because he did fight Merrick Bujalo. Yeah, cut this tomato can on the spot. I'm not even joking. I don't know if this dude threw a punch. Like, I swear to God, I don't think this dude threw a goddamn punch. Yeah, this was one of the worst fights of the year. This idiot's the loser, and get him the fuck on out of here. And, yeah, pathetic. What else can you say besides fucking pathetic? So, yeah, shit fight, shit fighters. What else needs to be said? One of the worst fights of 2025, still better than Islam and JDM. And, yeah, this is what happened when two dudes who are heavyweights just trade leg kicks for 15 minutes. Shit, waste of time, not wasting time for fight idea. Cut Bujalo. I'm definitely not picking Freeman in his next fight. This was awful. And, yeah, at least it opened the card, because, God, it was terrible. One of the worst fights of the year. Pathetic. Well, Dana would have laughed him out the building on Contender Series. And said fucking Qatar was still waking up during this shit show, so garbage. Worst fight of the night was the first, at least. What a fucking pitiful debut for both guys. Not how you make a debut, boys. Garbage. After that, though, we go from somehow the dude in this fight had a better debut, and he got 30-27, so what does that tell you? And then our second fight of the night, our first fight of a real UFC fighter in it, fighting a debutant who sucked, but again, compared to what we just saw in the first fight, much better debutant. And we had in our second fight of the night, one of the more predictable fights of the night. This was beyond easy to pick and for the fucking guy to get the win here. And then our second fight of the night, our first veteran versus debutant fight, where God, those did not go good for the debutants, did it? On this one, we had in our second fight of the night at lightweight, much better than that first piece of shit. Our first real fight of the night, Nurullo Aliyev versus Shamrock. Yeah, as we all expected, Aliyev won easily. That's the long and short of what happened in the fight. For 15 minutes, Nurul Aliyev pieced up and dominated Shem. Like, truly what happened. Round 1, he beat him on the feet. Round 2, he beat him and hurt him on the feet. Round 3, he beat him on the feet and beat him on the ground. Clear 3-0 sweep for Narulo. I don't think Shem might, even with winning a minute of this fight. 327 across the board. Not even really a fight. Yeah, this was just domination. If Aliyev had any power, then this would have been a knockout. But, yeah, this was just one-sided ass-beating. Good prospect versus shitty signing. What else can be said? So, yeah, pretty easy. Again, I don't think anyone really overthought this one too much. 12% did, but that's on them. And, yeah, easy one for Nurul Aliyev. Not really much else to say. He looked the best he has in the UFC, pieced him up, got a 3rd win in the UFC. Kid's legit. Shamrock sucks. What was there to be said about the fight? Let's talk about the fighters. Beginning with Narulo Aliyev, the first real winner of the night, because I'm not calling Denzel Freeman a winner. Narulo stays undefeated, 11-0 at 24 years old, and moves to 3-0 in the UFC. This kid's good. This is even better than I thought he would look. Like, he looked good in his first 2 UFC fights, but he looked maybe one-dimensional. And it's when he came out and showed he's legit. He showed striking, which we've not seen from him in any of the UFC fights yet. But he came out here and pretty much striked for more than 80-90% of this fight. He was winning. He was a far better striker, and for most of the fight, he had no reason to try and take the fight down, and he didn't try to. It was a Shamrock going for fucking takedowns, and that just shows how fucking dominant Aliyev was here. Like, he looked phenomenal. Like, this was a flawless performance, even better than what I was expecting from him. And I expected him to do what he did in his first 2 fights, to lay on Rock. Instead, he comes out here, shows a really good striking game, and gets the win. This guy's good. This guy's really fucking good. Like, there was definitely worries about him after those first 2 fights, because, like, okay, can he do more than just lay on you? Especially that Alves debut, he didn't look phenomenal. But now he knows how to strike, which I did not know or think he could. And he's only 24 and he's this good? Yeah, this guy's a problem for lightweight. Like, he reminds me of a lightweight Renat Frakadinov. He just doesn't have the power of Renat, but outside that, he kind of reminds me of a 155 Renat. I don't know why. I think he might be a bit better, but whatever. Yeah, amazing performance by Aliyev. A much needed striking performance from him. Dude's well-rounded, great cardio, great grappling, great striking, apparently. Yeah, this dude's a problem. Mini Khabib Jr., whatever you want to call him. Yeah, this dude's gonna be a problem for a lot of people in this division. Good luck. He's only 24 and he's this fucking good already. Tajikistan, you have your guy. You got a couple others, I believe. Muim Gafurov, am I right there? Like, is it Muin? Yeah. Like, you got a couple other guys. But Aliyev's the one to put your fucking bandwagon on the most. Kid's good. He showed. I did not know he could strike. We knew he was already good. He got better. This kid's good. And then for the debuting opponent, he beat up pretty easily Shamrock. Yeah, that dude sucks. Not really sure why they signed him. Like, clearly they already knew he kind of sucked if they were feeding him to Nurul Aliyev in his debut. Yeah, like, outside of being a Paddy training partner and having a funny name, did they sign this dude for any good reason? Like, he's terrible. He had 0 striking, his grappling was non-existent. Aliyev shut that shit down. Yeah, this dude sucks. I think he's probably gonna be out of the UFC pretty quickly. I would not be shocked if he's an 0-2 get cut guy, or maybe like a 1-3 get cut guy. He's shit. And, yeah, I'm trying to think out of all the debuting guys. Like, of course, he was not counting that shitty heavyweight fight. Yeah, out of the other 4 debuting guys, yeah, he was the worst. Naturally, Shamrock was the worst. And, yeah, I didn't see anything from him in this fight where it was like, oh, I see why they signed him. outside of having a funny name and being friends with Patty, yeah, this dude sucks. So he's gonna probably be a UFC washout pretty damn quickly. So, and like I'll always remember when this fight got booked during a card, like even not that long ago. I was like, oh yeah, by mauling. Yep, that's the long and short of it. So, not really much else to say. Easy win for Aliyev. Shamrock had nothing for. With that being said, the only thing left to say now is who should they fight next? And for our first one of this card, we'll be looking for who Nurullo Aliyev will be fighting in his 4th UFC fight, when he'll be trying to extend to 4-0 and 12-0 overall. So who could he fight? He does deserve a step up, not a giant one. Like, you don't throw him in there if you're Rebovics yet or anyone like that. Give him a decent opponent. Give him someone who's like respectable, coming off a win, someone like that. Like, not even when I Gage Young, maybe more a good win. If you want to fucking end Markel Medeiros' fucking run. Evan Oder, no, that's not really respectable. Malarkey ain't respectable. Mason Jones, I don't think they would do that fight. They like Mason. I would love to see Nurullo smash Nolan into pieces, but it would never happen. They would never do that to Nolan. They like him. Kyle Nelson and that'll be JJ, so Huber, Bobby Green's gonna be fighting in December, so that's kinda, Nazareth's a big jump up. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Chase. Like, to be honest, I would be down to see that. Him and Chase, I think, would be really interesting. Like, Chase coming off getting fraud checked early against fucking Hernandez and Nurullo would be a really good test for both guys. I don't hate it. Yeah, I think I like that Chase Hooper idea. I think that'd be a really good fight. Aliyev fighting someone who is really good on the ground, but kind of shit on the feet. Chase fighting someone who, like, the rare time he fights someone who knows how to grapple. I don't hate it. Nurullo and Chase Hooper? Yeah, I'm down to see it. Let's book it. Nurullo and Hooper. I think that'd be a really good fight. I'd be really down to see that. Like, I would... God, I hate to pick against Chase, but I would think Aliyev would kill him. Yeah, let's do it. Aliyev and Chase Hooper. I think that'd be a really good fight. Like, that's the main one that jumped out. Like, no other name really jumped out at me. That one did. Aliyev and Chase. The UFC's finally done trying to make Chase Hooper a thing. Feed him to Nurullo. Or maybe he would win. I doubt it. But, yeah, let's do it. Nurullo and Chase Hooper. Book it. I would really like to see that fight. I think that'd be a really good fight. They're gonna go to, Saudi Arabia or some shit in like March. Look it on that card. Okay, not very much else to say there. With that being said, not really a whole lot left to say. I don't give a shit who Shamrock loses to next. Who cares? But for Aliyev, he looked great here. Best he's looked in UFC by a mile. Showed striking. We already know he can grapple. Good cardio. Only 24 years old. Still undefeated. This kid's good. This kid's scary good, and he's only gonna get better. Maybe this guy can get some power in his punches. People are gonna have some issues. So, good win. Looked great. Flawless victory against a shitty debuting guy. And with that being said, who should they fight next? For Aliyev, I think him and Chase Hooper would be a really good fight. I would be more than down to see that. So why not do that? And for Shamrock, I don't give a fuck. He'll lose to whoever he fights next, unless they give him the bottom of the barrel, which I doubt. So, yeah, not very much else to say. Good one for Aliyev. This kid's good. Let's see him fight Chase Hooper, which would be a really interesting fight. So, book it. Not very much else to say. Mini Khabib has somehow gotten better. He knows how to strike now. Lightweight, you have a problem. After After that, though, we put our scorecards away for a minute, because it's time for our first of many finishes on this card. Not the fight I expected to kick us off with the finishes or wake us up after some decisions, but okay, sure. And now these two are the worst fight on the card on paper, somehow wakes everyone up. Sure. As we have our third fight of the night, the worst fight of the card on paper turned out to be actually one of the best highlights of the card. As we had in our third fight of the night, in that middleweight, a can versus can battle that somehow woke everyone up after one fine decision, one shit one. As we had in our first finish of the night, and somehow one of the best ones, we had in our third fight of the night, Ismail Nurdayev versus Ryan Loader. I can honestly say I did not think this would be the fight where it woke us up, because I'm not gonna lie, from my experience, I was still after the first two fights, and then out of nowhere, Nurdayev just kills Ryan Loader, and it's like, oh, okay, the cards have started. Yeah, not much to recap in this fight. They were doing something, I think, trying to be striking for like a minute. Neither guy really did much. Nurdayev landed an alright shot, I think, but nothing crazy. And then out of nowhere, he throws a perfect overhand right, and puts Loader down and out, walk-off knockout. And Ismail Nurdayev wakes everyone up about an hour into the card, and after two decisions. Okay, don't know where that came from, but sweet. Like, that was cool. Great knockout. Probably should have got a bonus for it. Yeah, this was cool. This was very cool. Good finish. Still two shitty fighters, but yeah, this was really cool. Always good to see a nice knockout like this, especially when it's unexpected between awful fighters, and yeah, this was fun. This was a very fun, quick knockout to kick everyone off, like wake everyone up, and set a good fucking baseline for knockouts on this card, because there was many more to come, and this one's pretty good, so yeah, not really much else to say there. Great knockout, quick knockout, woke everyone up, good shit. Let's talk about the fighters real quick. Not gonna waste too much time here. Starting with Nurdayev getting his first finish win in the UFC between his two stints. I'm not gonna lie to you, I still think this dude's garbage, but he has been able to beat shit fighters like Bruno Silva and Ryan Loader, so it's clearly doing something right. Yeah, anytime he fights someone up in competition, you think his head caved in, but against shit guys like Loader and Silva, he can look halfway competent and get a nice win, so good for him. Still think he's shit, but he was the lesser of two shits here, so cool. Good knockout. Again, I think he should have a bonus, to be honest. Not really much to say there. And then for the opponent, the guy who got knocked out, Ryan Loader, what is there to say? Outside of he's one of the worst tough winners in UFC history. Like, he is awful. Truly. He is one of the worst tough winners of all time. He's just a shittier Chris Weidman, who's already shit. Like, Bakoyev, that has not aged well. Now, Nurdayev's putting you out cold. Brother, man. Brother, that's pathetic. Truly. So, yeah, what can you say? He sucks. Do I think they'll cut him? I don't know. Like, that's a weird one. They might give him one more fight because he did win Tough. I don't want to make Tough look like shit by cutting a guy this quickly, but you might fucking have to, because, yeah, he's just fucking terrible. So, I don't know. One of the worst tough winners of all time, about really all you can say about him. Dude's a fucking joke. And, yeah, Man of Steel, Man of Glass, really. Garbage. That being said, the only thing left to say, I guess I'll take a quick look at a fight idea for Nurdayev. Who should they fight next? Again, I'm not going to waste too much time here. If I don't see anyone interesting, I won't waste time. Is there any interesting fights? Well, not interesting, but anyone halfway competent for Nurdayev to fight that'd be any bit, like, intriguing. I doubt it, to be honest. Yo, I'm not wasting my time doing this. I don't give a fuck who is my own Nurdayev fights next. So, I'll give him his props for the win. Very good win. Should've got a bonus. But yeah, I don't give a fuck who he fights next the more I think about it. So, yeah, not really much else to say. Great knockout. Shit fighters. Loader's ass. Nurdayev can be the better fighter in fights when he fights a complete can, like this in the Bruno Silva fight. And, yeah, pretty simple. Good shit, good win, good knockout. What else needs to be said? So, yeah, simple. I don't care who they fight next. Loader could get cut or get fed to someone else. Nurdayev, I don't care who he fights next. We'll see what happens. Not really much else to say. Good knockout between shit fighters. I still woke up the crowd though. And then we were perfectly awake for our next fight of the night, one of the most hype fights of the night. On paper and execution, it lived up to that. Everything we said and more, because this was a phenomenal fight. A very high level fight in the unranked levels of 135, as we had in our fourth fight of the night, our highest level fight on these prelims, and one of the highest level fights on this card. Should have still been on the main card, as we had in our fourth fight of the night at bantamweight, hyped up for a reason and lived up to it in every sense of the word. We had in our fourth fight of the night, very high level battle between Alexandre Topuria versus Bekzak Alamahan. This was the high level banger we all knew it would be. Great fight. Bekzak and Topuria had a high level scrap. Topuria clearly won. Like, round one was close. Bekzak, I think, took round one, but I guess it was close. Probably should go Bekzak's way, but not like it matters after the fact. Because then in round 2 and 3, Topuria just dominates and beats him easily. Round 2, he wins with ease. And then round 3, he drops him, I think, twice, and for sure takes that round. And he gets a 29-28, in my opinion. And I think most people's opinion, 29-28, but 30-27 on 2 scorecards win, and yeah, the Topurias stay winning because they just don't know what losing is, because they just don't decide not to do it. Yeah, very good fight here. Like, if this was a top 15 fight, it would not look out of place at all. Try to look better than some of the top 15 fights in the fucking division. And, yeah, this was a banger. This was a complete banger. Topuria looked really fucking good. Bekzak looked really good early, but Topuria just broke him over time. This was good. This was a really good fight. High level again. So, what can you really say? So, I think this was exactly what we knew it would be. Just a fun banger between 2 high-level guys who could easily be in the top 15. So, Topuria clearly won the last 2 rounds to get to win, and yeah, fun fight. Very fun, good, high-level fight. What else is there to really be said? One of our last decisions on this card, which is crazy, and fun, high-level fight. Very simple. To talk about the fighters, we'll begin with Little Topuria, Alexandre, moving to 2-0 in the UFC now. Dude's really fucking good, just like his brother. Of course, he's not as good as his brother, no one is. But, yeah, he's really fucking good. He has great boxing, cardio's phenomenal. We know his grappling is pretty good when we get to see it, like in the thickness fight. He's good. Again, his last name was Topuria. I think you know he's gonna be fucking good, so what else can really be said? Dude's fucking phenomenal. The Topurias just decide not to lose, and they're really fucking good. Alexandre is a real problem in this division. I think if he could easily be a top 15 guy, by this time next year he might be. He's really fucking good. What else can you really say? He's not Ilya, but he's still a Topuria. And then for Bekzat, another L here, but what, like 1-2 now in UFC. But look at those fucking losses. He just keeps taking on famous families. Yeah, it sucks for him to take another loss because he is really good. But what can you do? They are giving him really hard fights because he's really good. So he'll bounce back against someone much lower level, I would have to imagine, and he'll get a win. Bekzat will bounce back. Dude has really good fucking striking, good power. He's really good, just his level of opponents has been really good also, and yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see when he bounces back who he's going to be beating up and getting back on track against. So pretty simple. He'll be back. He's really fucking good. Just you don't beat a Topuria. No one does or can. Speaking of that, with that being said, the only thing left to say about this fight is, of course, who should they fight next? For Topuria, I got an idea, and it sounds crazy, it sounds like, oh, you're trying to get him killed. I would love to see him fight Gaston Bolanos, but I feel like that's kind of out the window at this point. So let's move up to a fight that I think would be very fun. I would love to see him beat up Patchy Mix, but who fucking cares about a tomato can? I'd be down to see him fight Cody Garbrandt. I know it's like, oh, why do you want to get Cody Garbrandt killed? Why not? Why does it be a good win for Topuria? Would build him up. Why not? Like, yeah, you could have him fight numerous number of guys. You could have him fight, again, Gaston Bolanos would be fun. You would have him fight fucking Timmy Kwan, which I think, if he had, who did he just beat? Yeah, you can have him fight Timmy Kwamba if you want him to get an easy win. Patchy Mix would be an easy win. Ron Larceda, Series City. Easy wins. But what do they really do for him? There's nobodies. But beat up Cody Garbrandt. I'd be really down to see that. And, I don't know. That one's just on my mind since, I thought about that during the fight. I'm gonna say it. Let's do it. Let's do Alexandre Topuria versus Cody Garbrandt. Oh, Cody, you're gonna die, but fuck it. Let's send Cody out on a high of getting killed by a Topuria. So, fuck it. I want to see if that could easily be a fucking featured fight of a fight night, co-main of a fucking Apex card, featured prelim of a pay-per-view. Let's do it. Topuria. Fuck, it could be a fucking fight on a pay-per-view. Alexandre Topuria versus Cody Garbrandt. I want to see that fight. Book it. And then for Bekzat, he'll go beat up one of those cans I named before, like Kwamba or City or something like that, and go get it back on track, because he's really fucking good. So, pretty simple. Not really much else to say about this fight. Great high-level fight. These two are really good. Topuria is just better because he's Topuria. And who should he fight next? I want to see him fight Cody Garbrandt. I don't know why, but I just feel like that's the fight. Get Cody murdered one last time before you cut him and let him go to PFL. Let's do it. Alexandre versus Cody. Cody No Chin versus a Topuria. What could go wrong? Good fight. Good one for Topuria. He'll probably be ranked by the end of next year. Bekzat will bounce back, and fuck, he might be ranked sooner than we know it as well. Great high-level fight, and can't wait to see how far little Topuria goes. I don't think he's gonna be a champ or anything like his brother, but I think he could go really far. Fuck, if you told me he was a top 10 dude, I would not be shocked. Good win. Let's see him fight Cody Garbrandt. Let's see how far he can go. See if by this time in the year, maybe he's in top 15 as well. Time will tell. Topurias just don't lose because they're too damn good. After that, we go from a high-level fight to a fight I forgot about because it was so quick, dominant, one-sided, and forgettable. Not in a bad way, it was just a fucking quick beating. As we had in our fifth fight of the night, fights that went exactly as they should have. A guy named Susurkaev should take notes on how to beat up tomato cans. As we had in our fifth fight of the night, a hell of a can crushing that went on here, top tier can crushing, to be honest. As we had again a fight I forgot even happened because it was just so quick. You know, like it just went exactly as we all knew it would. And we had in our fifth fight of the night at light heavyweight, Abdurrahman Yakayev versus Rafael Surkea. Yeah, like I said, I forgot this fight happened. Like, when I was thinking back over the card, like, before starting the fucking recording, I didn't even think about this fight because I forgot it even happened. Because it went 33 seconds and I can't even call it a fight, so. Yeah, this went exactly as it should have. The fight started, Yakayev bum rushed him, head kicked him, knocked him down, got on his back, rear naked choked him. That was that. Yakayev gets the win on the debut in 33 seconds as a ginormous favorite. And that's how you should look against a tomato can as a giant favorite, Surkea. So, yeah, pretty fucking simple. So, what else can really be said? Simple, quick, easy fight. Let's talk about the fighters. For Yakayev, he looked flawless again, just like on Contender Series. Moving to 8-0, 24 years old. He's fought for a total of 1 minute and 3 seconds in his last 2 fights. This guy's good. He's a better Susurkaev. He's not an idiot who fucking goes 3 rounds of Eric McConaughey. This guy's good. This guy's really good. I swear they got him and Susurkaev got the same fucking DNA, just one actually is good. Yeah, this guy's a legit problem. 24 years old, this good. Turkey might have a legit fighter on their hands. We've not seen anything from him really outside of just 2 quick wins, but that a bad thing? Not really. So, great win. Looked every bit of that minus whatever the fuck he was a favorite, 2,000, 3,000 at one point, locks a night. Beating a tomato can just like the exact way you should. Yeah, easy win. Not really much else to say. He did exactly what he should have done. And speaking of people who did their job perfectly, the loser in this fight, Rafael Surkea, he did what he does best. He was meant to job out and make Yakayev look good, and he did just that. So, yeah, that's gonna, sadly, this will cut Surkea's career in UFC short, because, yeah, they're definitely gonna cut him now, but, you know, he did his job. He was a perfect jobber to everyone he fought. He made everyone he fought look good, and, yeah, good job to Surkea. So, yeah, he's one of the worst fighters we've seen on the roster in a long time, and he'll be always remembered on highlight reels forever. But yeah, joking aside, this guy's a fucking can. But he was a really good jobber. Really about all you can say about him. Good riddance. You fucking tomato can. Only thing left to say now is, who should they fight next for Yakayev? I don't know. I really don't know who they could give him. Like, there's definitely options, but I don't know why the fuck the rankings for this are like this. I'll go back to this. Like, he obviously beat the worst fighter in the fucking division, so you can only go up from there, right? Who could he beat? Who could he fight next and beat up next? Do I even give him a fight idea? Because I could just fucking wait. Because you could give a guy off their debut a fight idea. Never really easy. So I think they're probably gonna feed him another can. I could see him fighting fucking Bruno Lopez or Junior Tafa next. Some shit like that. So I wouldn't be shocked at that at all. And to be honest, none of these are really jumping out at me as like, oh god, I'm looking for that fight. Yeah, I think we can fucking push off a Yakayev fight idea for a different date, because I'm just not seeing a lot there. So yeah, he can only go up from here in opponents. So we'll see what happens. Maybe the next fight will go longer than 30 seconds. Hopefully not, because who doesn't love a quick finish? But, yeah, another easy win for Yakyaev here. Dude's really good. Dude's a problem, 24 years old. Serkea was a perfect jobber to him here, and, we'll see what happens next. Good one for Yakyaev. Dude's legit, good, prospect, whatever you want to call him. Perfect lock of the night performance here, perfect giant favorite performance here. And, we'll see what he does next. He's already better than Serkea, so take that as you will, and, see what happens next time. Cut Serkea, Yakyaev. We'll see who he beats up next. Easy fight, very forgettable because it's not even a fight really. Yakyaev's really fucking good. After that, we get to starting to get to the tail end of the prelims with our 6th fight of the night, our first of 2 fights in the top 15 of flyweight. This one on paper and in execution was the lesser of the 2, so it was on these prelims for a good reason. As we had in our 6th fight of the night, a fight that was fine, it happened, far from anything really memorable, as we had in our 6th fight of the night at flyweight in the top 15 to see who gets to fight a higher ranked guy that's gonna beat him, if we're being honest. We have Asu Almabayev versus Alex Perez. This fight happened. It was not great, but it's not terrible. It was one of the fights on the card. To go over the scores, round 1, close round. Asu probably took it late with a takedown. I think that's how everyone scored it. So good for him there. Close round though, could give it to Perez, but again, I think Asu stole it late with a takedown. Then round 2, kind of much the same. Both guys were trading shots. Asu was countering Perez decently. He has just no power. Perez landed a few shots, but nothing great. Some grappling. Perez was on top at times. Asu was on top at times. Close round 2, could go either way. People give it to Perez, could give it to Almabayev. Either way, not like it matters in the next 22 seconds, because then in the beginning of round 3, Perez shoots, gets guillotined, just like he did against Figueiredo in their title fight. And, yeah, Asu Almabayev gets the tap, the win, and, yeah, that's about that. Clearly Perez learned fucking nothing from the Figueiredo loss and did the exact same thing just this time in round 3, so good job, dummy. Yeah, forgettable fight and far from anything amazing. Cool guillotine, I'll tell you that. Nah, there's not really much else to it. They traded strikes, neither has any bit of power, and neither are really good strikers either. Their grappling was kind of nullified by each other. Yeah, pretty meh fight, far from good. It happened. The other flyweight fight was much better. That's why it was on the main card. And yeah, pretty simple. Not really much else to say here. So yeah, nice submission from Almabayev. About it. Let's talk about the fighters. Beginning with the winner, Asu, moving to 23-3. That's a nice looking record for a guy who's not that good. 6-1 now in the UFC. I still don't think much of Asu. I think there's much better fighters, and I think Charles Johnson's better. Like, truly, I think he's better. Tim Elliott might be better. Horiguchi's better. Like, Almabayev is just kind of eh. He's not a good striker. His grappling is kind of mid. Like, it's okay, but it's not great. I just don't think much of fucking Almabayev. The Emino Cop fight was pathetic, and he's just not all of that, in my opinion. So, got to win here, but it's Alex fucking Perez. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think he's gonna get beat up by any higher ranked guy he fights. You cannot tell me you think he has a chance against either Brandon, Taira, Van. Like, yeah, dude had no fucking chance in any of those fights. So, would he even beat Steve Erceg or something like that? I don't think so. So, yeah, but he's not awful, but I don't think he's anything close to being like a legit contender or anything. He's just eh. He's completely eh, and that's about it for Almabayev. Not really much else to it. And then for Perez, it's Alex Perez. I'm more shocked he made it to the fight over anything. Yeah, he still sucks. Always has and always will. Clearly learned nothing from that Figueiredo fight where he got fucking guillotined the exact same way. Yeah, he's still a tomato can. Always has been, will be. We won't see him fight again till probably at least 2027 when he pulls out of 6 fights beforehand and then fights again. Yeah, he sucks. What am I meant to say? It's Alex fucking Perez. He's garbage. Take away that useless one against Nicolau in a shit main event, and then he would be on like a 6-fight losing streak because he sucks. So, not really a whole lot left to say. Only thing I should say now is, who should I fight next? Frasu climbing the rankings a bit to number 7. Who should he fight? I don't know. I truly don't know the answer to that question. Because, like, I guess Albazi would be the answer, but, like, is it the answer? I really don't think so. I think someone else on the card should fight Albazi. So, like, what can Asu do? Does he fight Steve fucking Erceg or some shit? Like, I doubt it. Yeah, he'll probably fight the loser of either Taira Moreno or maybe if Royval somehow found a way to lose to Cop, they could do that. So, yeah, he's probably just gonna wait for the loser of one of the big fights in this division, so it would make the most sense. So, yeah, I think that would check out fine. And then for Perez, just fucking cut him already, Jesus Christ. No, more edgy, feed him to like Charles Johnson or some shit. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm just not really seeing much for Asu there unless you give him Albazi, but I think the other flyweight winner on this card deserves Albazi. So you're kinda stuck with, again, Asu probably just waiting for the loser of one of the big fights. Again, probably either Moreno, Taira, which probably the loser, that would make the most sense, or if Van somehow, or if Royval somehow lost to Cop, which obviously is not gonna happen, so yeah, I think that's about that, so yeah. Not much else to say about this fight. Can you tell I really don't care to talk about it because it's Asu Almabayev versus Alex Perez. Yeah, fine win for Asu. He's better, but that's a low ass bar. And yeah, Perez is a fucking tomato can. So not really much else to say. Who should they fight next? I really didn't see much here for Asu. Again, probably the loser of Moreno and Taira would make the most sense. So do that, and yeah, free strategy. There you go. There's your fight. He has a loser of Moreno Taira. That would make perfect sense. So there you go. Not very much else to say. Perez sucks. Almabayev is very eh, and yeah, not very much else to say there. Perfectly fine fight. Nothing great, and yeah, definitely the lesser of the 2 flyweight fights on this card. Even though these 2 are somehow higher ranked. I don't know how either. There you go. After that, we get to our co-main event of the prelims, going to welterweight for the second worst fight on the card. Yeah, this was pretty terrible. I did get my underdog pick right, but God, at what fucking cost? As we had in our main event of prelims, one of the worst fights in a while. The second worst fight on the card, a Mario Batista approved snooze fest as we had in the co-main of the prelims at welterweight, another failed debut for a hyped-up debuting guy. As we had in our co-main of the prelims, Nicholas Dalby versus Saigid Isagakmaev. Yeah, this fight was pretty terrible, if you want me to be honest. Easiest way I can describe it is a Mario Batista classic where they just hug each other on the cage for 15 minutes. Dalby was more than okay with hugging Saigid to death, and he did. Round 1, clear round for Dalby in my opinion. He didn't hair more, aka so he was able to stop Saigid from doing anything. And he got round 1, round 2 easily the best round for Saigid. Got some control time on Dalby, got his back at for a bit, easily 1-1, and then round 3, a lot like round 1, Dalby was able to just do more against a very gassed Saigid, and 2 judges scored it right, well, with a 29-28 Dalby, and he got the win. Yeah, first of all, I'll take the underdog pick, thank you. And second of all, yeah, the fight was terrible, but Dalby did win. He did, for sure, he 100% won this fight. No idea how it was a split, but whatever. And, yeah, no really doubt about that, he won this fight. He watched Mario Batista one time and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, and it worked. So, extremely boring. He clearly has PTSD from the Randy Brown knockout, but yeah, he made it work and got to win. So extremely boring, but whatever. Not even the worst fight on the card. Second worst, not the worst. Let that sink in. Yeah, pretty piss poor of a fight. Let's talk about the fighters. To talk about Dalby, the winner first, getting back on track at 41 years old in his first win since beating Bonfim 2 years ago. He's still good. He might be 41, but he's still pretty damn good. Getting the win here, doing just his best Mario Batista impression, cuddling you to death. Yeah, it worked. We know Dalby has really good cardio. He's really weird. He has good grappling. Like, he's a good veteran. He's a good, crafty veteran, and he got the win here. Looked good. Big, important win for him, because a loss here would have probably got him cut. Good one for Nicholas Dalby. Needed to win, got the win. Yeah, extremely boring, but got the job done, and, yeah, about is what it is. Not really much else to say there. Happy he got my pick right. And then for the debuting loser, Saigid, yeah, this dude's not phenomenal. Probably still better than Shamrock, but he's not great. Had Islam and the boys in the corner, and he did not look good at all. He didn't really show any bit of striking. He was pretty much gassed after round 1. Couldn't really get off the fence. Yeah, he's not great by any means. He's another dude who I see probably as being a washout in UFC. He'll probably go like 2-3 or some shit and get cut. Like, he's just not very great by any means. 3-year layoff didn't help, and yeah, he's just not very great. So we'll see. Maybe he'll bounce back and look better after knocking off some ring rust in this one, but who knows? We'll see. Not very good, and yeah, that's about the long and short of that. Probably still better than Shamrock, but they ain't saying a lot. And yeah, this dude is just not very good. Not a great debut. Maybe it'll look better in his next fight, if it's hopefully not in 3 years from now. But we'll see. Not really much else to say. Only thing left to say now is, as always, who should they fight next? For old man Dalby, still kicking in 2025, who could he fight? Obviously, give him a pretty decent opponent, but who? I'd be down with seeing him fight Daniil, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense. That'd be the Yuri off. Who could he fight? Him and Gustafsson would be batshit insane. Those two weirdos. That'd be interesting, but I think even that's underneath Dalby at this point. Is Court McGee still fighting? Have they ever fought? Like, Court is 40, and I think Dalby might be older than he is. Like, I'd be down. I don't think they've ever fought, have they? I don't see that on their record, so probably Court McGee would make a lot of sense. The two oldest dudes in the goddamn division. I think is Wonder Boy older than both of them? I think he might be, yeah. Obviously, Dalby ain't gonna fight goddamn Wonder Boy, so. Yeah, I guess Court would probably make the most sense. Why not? Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not gonna fucking... Dalby ain't gonna make a goddamn title run, but... Yeah, let's see him fight Court. Let's see the Uncle battle. Like, it's either that or what you have him fight fucking Andreas Gustafsson. So, yeah, let's see the Uncle battle. Let's see him fight Court McGee. And, yeah, fuck it. Let's see the 40-year-old battle. I think no reason not to do that, so... Book it. Simple. Yeah, sure. Let's run it. Court McGee, Nicholas Dalby. They've never fought before. Let's change that. Sure. What else is there to really say there? So, there you go. Not very much else to say. Good one. Fine win for Dalby in a very shit fight. Saved his job though, and got the win. So fine. Went full Mario Batista to get the win here. Whatever happens. Saigit is not very great, and Dalby gets the win. So not very much else to say there. Fine win for Dalby, and who should he fight next? Fuck it, let's see the old man battle between him and Court McGee. Why not? See no reason not to. They've never fought before. They're both super old. Let's run it. Dalby and Court. Book it. Why not? That would be a perfectly fine Apex prelim. So, there you go. Not very much else to say. Let's see, maybe Saigit will bounce back better in the second fight. Who knows? And for Dalby, good to see him keep his job. Who doesn't like Nicholas Dalby? And there you go. Not really much else to say there. Boring shit fight, but Dalby gets to win, doing his best Mario Batista impression, and that's about that. I'll take the underdog pick for Danish Fury. After that, we get to our featured prelim in the featherweight division, our final debut of the night, and it was definitely an interesting one. Like, yeah, a lot of hype around this one, and it was not exactly what I thought it would be, to say the very least. This was interesting, to say the very least, as we had in our featured prelim in the featherweight division, our final debut of the night and the most hyped up one. Did he live up to it? Kind of, I guess. That's a weird question of how this fight went. As we have in our featured prelim, our most hyped debut of the night. To end the prelims, Luke Riley versus Bogdan Grad. So, did Luke Riley live up to his hype? Yes and no. Yes, because he did get the win and a knockout. No, because he still kind of looked Round one, Grad just grapple fucked him for a full few minutes. Not very much to even say there. But then they start on the feet in round two. Riley lands a perfect counter left that drops Grad, some ground and pound, and he gets the win. Yeah, weird one to completely get dominated round one, but then to get the knockout round two. Definitely an interesting one. Not really, yeah, it's hard to say if he lived up to the hype or not, because yes, he got the knockout and win, but he also did lose a round, looked pretty shit in that round. So, I don't know. It's definitely an interesting contrast, and they get the win, so of course you can't call him a fraud, but for as good as he was hyped up to be, this was weird. This was definitely a weird one, and yeah, very, very strange. So, not really sure what else to say there. Can't say he did or didn't live up to the hype, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, not really much else to say about the fight. Round 1 was boring, round 2 the knockout. Simple. Let's talk about the fighters. For Riley, he does get the win, stand undefeated, yada yada. Again, is he all that people said he was? That's hard to tell. Is he terrible? No. From what I gathered here, it looks like he's going to be a very fine fighter. It looks like he's going to be a perfectly fine, top 25 guy in the division. He's not going to be one of the best guys in it. But he looks like he'd be top 25. His striking's decent, but he has no grappling. I don't know how I don't know what the fuck Patty's teaching him. I guess how to eat. I don't know what else the fuck he would teach you. So, yeah, like, he got to get lucky that Kevin Vallejo's fight got canceled. Yeah, I don't know. I think he could probably be like a top 20, 25 guy in the division. Like, yeah, he could beat William Gomez and fucking Giga and people like that, but would he beat Jose Delgado? Probably not. Kevin Vallejo's? Probably not. So, but like, he could beat Andre Fili and guys like that, so I don't know, it's definitely a weird case of him, and I'm intrigued to see when his ceiling hits, because again, he's not going to be a top 15 guy, but he's not bad. But I don't know, it's a weird one. When he fights a grappler, he's gonna get fucked. If he fought Pat Sabatini, he would lose. Yeah, weird debut. Good and bad, adversity and win. How weird. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, and yeah, not really a whole lot left to say. He seems like he'll be a decent, but not top 15 guy, so there you go. And then for Bogdan, there's nothing really to say. He did his job here. He got beat. Cool. Simple. Next. Only thing I have to say now is, who should they fight next? God damn it. I forgot debuting guys are weird. I'm sorry I keep doing this. For Riley, obviously you're not going to give him a ginormous step up in competition, but give him a little bit better of an opponent. Who, I don't know. Billy Q wouldn't be terrible. He's pretty much at the end of his road. I don't think that would be too terrible. Yiza would not be a terrible one. Darren Elkins would be a very intriguing one. Of course, he would have to fight C-Rod. Every prospect does. I think I like the Billy Q fight, because I think that does make a lot of sense. Billy Q is pretty much at the end of his road in UFC, it would seem. So why not have him fight fucking Riley? If you build Riley up off of one against a very hot, big name, decent opponent, I like it, because like, what else are you gonna do? Fucking give him either tomato can or what, fucking Con Offley or Yiza. Like, I like the Billy Q idea. I think that does make a lot of sense. Like, I think it works. I think it works. So, yeah, let's do it. I see no reason not to do that fight. So, book it. Yeah, book it. I see no reason not to. So, Billy Q, Luke Riley. Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. Like, I'm just not seeing much else, so yeah, let's do it. Billy Q and Luke Riley. That sounds good. Sounds like a good one. I'd be down to see it. Would probably be another nice win for Riley. Hopefully he looks better in that one. Look it. Pretty simple. Not really much else to say. Yeah, there you go. Not really much else to say about this fight. Weird debut for Riley. Good and bad. He looks to be decent, but again, I don't think he's going to be on the level of guys like Mo Costa, Kevin Vallejos, Jose Delgado, etc. But he could be, again, top 25, and we'll see, though. And we'll see if I'm right or wrong on that. And, yeah, good debut in the books. Beat Bogdan Gradu's pretty shit. Not very much else to it. Good win for Riley. Who should he fight next? I'd be down to see him fight Billy Q. I think it'd make a lot of sense. So, book it. And, yeah, not very much else to say. Let's see how far Riley can go. Is he going to be better than I think, or worse? We'll see. Kid looks good, but not as good as people hyped up. We'll see. Top 25 guy is what I'm saying. We'll see if he's better or worse than that. Fine debut, and let's see him fight Billy Q. Hope he looks better than that one. And with that being said, an hour later, those are the prelims. Pretty good. Pretty good. The Freeman fight was shit, and the Dalby fight was shit. I'll tell you that, the rest was pretty decent. Fun knockouts like Nurdayev and Riley, Yakyayev looked good. Topuria was great. Aliev was good. Asu was fine. Pretty good prelims. Fun 8 fights. And, yeah, very fun way to lead into the main card, which was even better. So, yeah, not really a whole lot to say here. Very decent, fun prelims. I'm real good on it. But we still got 6 more fights to recap, and we're already an hour in. So let's get into them, shall we? We got a lot more finishes and fights to talk about, so let's talk about them. As we'll begin in the flyweight division on the main card with a hell of a return fight and performance for the winner of this main card opener. Again, hell of a return performance here for the winner, as we had in our main card opener to begin the main card of UFC Qatar. We had, after great prelims, we begin a great main card. At flyweight was a return fight that was really impressive as we began the main card with Koji Horiguchi versus Tagir Ulanbekov. Hell of a performance from Koji in his return. He is back and maybe better. Wow, he was phenomenal here. Domination is the simplest word I could use. Complete and utter dom-a-fucking-nation. He looked phenomenal, and again, he might be better than he was before. To recap the fight in round 1, the closest round of the fight, but still probably a clear round for Koji. He had better moments, was able to land the better shots and take the round. But then round 2 is when it started just going, it was just over at this point. He just beat the shit out of Tagir, hurt him a few times, out-grappled him, bloodied him up. Round 2, just domination, go up 2-0 going into round 3, breaking Tagir by the minute. And, yeah, he definitely broke Tagir even more in round 3. Hit him in the head with a head kick as he was ducking down for a leg like 3 times. Hurt him every time. Eventually dropped him, got on his back, rear naked choked him, put him to sleep, and got the win. What a fucking return for Koji Horiguchi. Oh, wow, he looked fucking phenomenal. He looked, again, maybe even better than he was before, which is insane to say because he's already a fucking top guy before, and he's 35 now, but he's back and maybe fucking better. He looked phenomenal. It's the simplest way I could put it, so... What else can I say? To do that to Tagir, no less. Yeah, Koji's back and better. He looked phenomenal, and what else can be said? So, great win for Koji, great comeback for Koji, back in the top 15. Yeah, he's back. He's good. What else can be said? Flyweight, he's back, and you got him as a problem again. Good luck. Not really much else to say about this fight. Just pure domination from Koji. Great win. Let's talk about the fighters. Beginning with the returning Koji. Again, what can I say? He looked maybe better than he did before. Great win with the return. Domination. He's so fucking fast. His striking's great. His grappling's great. He's well-rounded. He's really good. What the fuck can you say? He's phenomenal. He's truly phenomenal. 35 years old. Still one of the best flyweights in the world. Always was. What can you say? He's back. He's better. Maybe than ever. And, yeah, he's gonna be a real issue for this division just like he was before. Good luck, flyweight. You're gonna need it, because Koji is back. Wow. And let's not forget who he did this against. Tagir Ulanbekov, who is very damn good in his own right. Only his second L in the UFC. Let's not forget Tagir's really goddamn good. But he really needs to move up to bantamweight. Trying to do this flyweight cut is just stupid. He literally gets nothing out of it outside of a terrible weight cut. Like, he needs to move to bantamweight ASAP. Like, this weight cut for him is just fucking stupid. So, he needs to go to bantamweight. He's very good. Tagir is a very good fighter. But this weight cut's just too bad. He can't keep trying to fight at flyweight. And, yeah, he needs to fight at bantamweight, so... What else can be said? I think he just can't really compete at flyweight at this point, so have him go up to bantamweight, and yeah, I think he'll do good up at bantamweight. Dude is really good, but at flyweight, yeah, let alone against Koji, who's great in his own right, Tagir just didn't have it, and he needs to go join Saeed and Umar at bantamweight because flyweight is not for him. Only things left to say now is who should they fight next? For Koji, getting the win, joining back in the top 15, gonna be ranked, I'm guessing, 11th. I think the fight that makes most sense that I brought up earlier would be Amir Albazi. He's just sitting there, the only guy without a fight. Would be an easy win for Koji. Book it. I think it makes the most sense. Koji would win that, get back in the top 5, and either get a title shot there or need one more win. So, yeah, I think Koji and Amir would make the most sense. If Amir could ever actually make it to a fight, which we know is a miracle in its own goddamn right. He hasn't fought in 2025. Maybe he'll fight in 2026. If he does, then let's see him fight fucking Koji. So, not very much else to say. I think that'd be an easy win for Koji. And, yeah. Not very much else to say. I think that makes the most sense for booking. I think they go to fucking Singapore, or where the fuck they're going this year for Road UFC in, like, March or April, so... Hell, maybe make that the main event there. Shit. Be just as good as fucking Zhang Ming Yang's dumbass main event, so... There you go. And with that being said, not very much else to say about this fight. Koji dominated, looked best he's ever looked, and yeah, to do this against Tagir and your return after years at 35 is insane. Just shows how fucking good Koji is. Welcome back. So good to see him back. And let's see, can this be the time he finally gets that belt? There's no DJ in his way now. Let's see if this is Koji's time. Time will tell. who should he fight next? I think him and Amir Albazi would make the most sense. An easy win for Koji to get into top 5. So book it. And yeah, for Tagir, he needs to go to bantamweight. Simple. Who does he fight there? I don't know, but somebody. And with that being said, not very much else to say. Great win for the returning Koji. Looked better than ever. And yeah, flyweight. You have you could ask the older guys from this division what a problem he was. He's back and he's gonna get probably high chance that he gets that belt. So he's back. So, good luck, flyweight. Horiguchi is back, and not very much else to say. Back and maybe better. After that, though, we get from a great return fight to a crazy short notice fight that could have not been any cooler, and pretty much locks up the next heavyweight title shot. Because, dude, this guy's a fucking legend for what he's been doing lately. As we have in our second fight of the main card, on as short notice as you can get, we have at heavyweight on about a day's notice, to be honest. We have at heavyweight in our second fight of the main card, Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Shamil Gaziev. Wow, is all you can say about Waldo at this point. The shit this man has been doing in the last 20-ish days is insane. So what happened here? Not really a lot, not really much to talk about. The fight started, they start swinging. Gaziev landed a shot or two, but Waldo landed the bigger ones, dropped him, but Shamil survived that. They circle to the middle of the cage. Waldo hits his patented right hand again, puts him down, and out. Waldo Cortez Acosta gets his second win in, 20 days? And in my opinion, and not in my opinion, just factually locks up a title shot. Because who the fuck else can you put over him at this point after what he has been doing? Wow, is all you can really say about Waldo. Like, amazing fight here, amazing knockout for as short as it was. Great, you love to see it. What the fuck can you say about Waldo at this point, man? Again, I said it before, at the start of the year, I started off hating this guy, like most people did. Most of us hated him because he was kind of a boring asshole. At the end of the year, he's maybe the most likable heavyweight. He's a fan favorite now. Love Waldo, man. He's awesome. What the fuck can you say about him? What bad can you say about him? In the last 20 days, he makes Aspinall look like a bitch after coming, because he gets eye poked worse and then knocks out Aspinall's teammate. And then he comes in on short notice down against a guy lower ranked than him where he doesn't need to and knocks him out. What the fuck can you even say about this guy anymore? He's awesome. He's fucking awesome. Give him a title shot. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Give him a title shot. And this crazy son of a bitch wants to fight in a few weeks on the Royval card. Let him. Why not? Fucking let him. Let him break the record for fights. If Holland ain't going to, let Waldo. This dude's a fucking badass. BMF, easily in Fighter of the Year convos. I would say, male-wise, he's probably number 2 behind Merab. What a legend. Insane the year he's had. Give him a title shot. That's all you can fucking say at this point. Give him a title shot. He's earned it more than Khan did. I love Volkov, but he is gonna get shafted again here. Give Waldo the title shot. What else can you say? What a fucking legend. And for Shamil, yeah, it sucks to see the GOAT get knocked out, but yeah, he just fucking sucks. You have to be blunt about it. Shamil's terrible, and that pokes its head out again here. He's not very good. Simple. That's the only crazy thing about it is crazy that Jorginho couldn't do this to Shamil. So, but yeah, Shamil is not very good. He's just a big fat motherfucker who's funny to laugh at. about it. Simple. Next. With that being said, the only thing left to say, even though I've already talked about it, but the only thing left to say is, or to talk about is, of course, who should they fight next? And there's only one option for Waldo Cortez Acosta, and that is give him a title fight. He's earned it more than he did, and probably not more than him, but fuck it. Give Waldo a title fight. He earned it. He deserves it. Give him a title shot. He will beat Aspinall. I have full belief and faith in that. Give him a title fight. Give him a title shot in February or March. And, yeah, let's see him beat Tom. Quit Spinall. What else can you really say? Book it. I truly think he would beat Tom right now. Give him the title shot. It's that simple. So, what else can you do with him? No point to fight Almeida. No point to fight Blades. Then unless you have him fight Volkov, which I think even that's bullshit to both of them, really. Give Waldo the title shot. Nothing else needs to be said. With that being said, what else can we'll see who Gaziev fights next. He'll probably bounce back against a tomato can like he always does. And for Waldo, give him his title shot, because he is going to win that belt and beat Aspinall. So, nothing more that can be said. Okay, Waldo's the GOAT. He is definitely Fighter of the Year convos, and I think he's going to win the belt next year. So, give him the belt, give him the title shot. He's going to beat Tom, and he's earned it. Fuck Cyril Gahn. Give Waldo his title shot. Nothing more than that needs to be said. What a legend. Fuck, let him fight in that Royval card. Who cares? Fucking find Tom's bitch ass and throw him on that card. Fuck, find Tom and book it for 323. Shit. But, yeah. Legend. Great one for Waldo. And give him a title shot. All you can say, what a fucking legend. After that, speaking of GOATs, we have the GOAT in our third fight of the main card. That went exactly as I think everyone knew it would. At least should have knew it would. Like, I don't think this was any bit of shocker at all. Actually, the only fucking shocker here was fucking this fight actually happening, as we had in our third fight of the main card at welterweight for some reason, and somehow the weirdest fight of 2025 on paper that actually happened somehow. We had our third fight of the main card, Miktabek Oralbai versus Jack Hermanson. I'm fucking amazed that this fight actually happened, to be honest. Hermanson somehow made the weight, and the fight somehow fucking happened. And it went exactly how I knew it would go if this fight actually did happen. Not really anything to say here. Another first round finish. Fight started, Hermanson was on the back foot, Oralbai was just chasing him down, throwing wild shots, hoping something landed, no luck, but eventually he did land a little bit of shot that stunned Hermanson, and then not long after that, he closed in while Hermanson was on the cage, threw a perfect right hook to the ear, and that put Hermanson out cold, same way RoboCop put him out, and that was that. Miktabek Oralbai wins by knockout in round 1 against a drained Jack Hermanson. A welterweight Jack Hermanson. Yeah, was this any bit of a fucking surprise? Like, even if making the weight might have been the worst thing for Hermanson, so I don't know, like, respect for him for making the weight, but this was stupid. He had no chance, and yeah, Oralbai ran through him with ease because no shit. So the natural welterweight ran through the fucking guy who's making a stupid ass weight cut. I'm shocked. What else is there to say? Was there ever a debate? No. So, again, shocked this fight even happened, but yeah, there's just not really much else to say here, so there you go. Easy win for all by the GOAT, and yeah, simple. Talk about the fighters for Oral by getting his 5th win in the UFC already, 4th win in the UFC, 2nd win where he should have got a bonus, but whatever. Yeah, he's really good. Hope he stays at welterweight because it's clearly the weight class for him. And yeah, he's good for 2 in a row now, 2 finishes in a row now. Dude's a fantastic prospect. Hope he stays at welterweight, and I think he'd do some real good work if he does stay at welterweight, because making that lightweight cut is just stupid. Stay at welterweight, and I think Orwell could be a legit prospect. He is really fucking good, and yeah, he should stay at welterweight. Pretty simple. He looked great here. Great knockout. The striking is a little shitty, to be honest. It's kind of like Chandler just winging stupid shots, but it worked. And yeah, simple. Great win for all. And then for Joker Jack, after his welterweight debut, it's time to retire. Like, what else can I say? It's more than time for him to retire. He's just taking damage now for no reason. Back-to-back brutal losses. If he goes back up to middleweight, he's gonna get beat up. If he just tries this stupid-ass welterweight cut again, he's just gonna get beat up. He just needs to retire. Like, what the fuck else can you say at this point? It's just time. Like, if the UFC gives him one more fight and he loses, then you just gotta cut him. But yeah, he just needs to retire. He's taking damage now for no reason. He's making stupid weight class changes. If he goes back up to middleweight, he's gonna get his ass beat. Just retire. You gotta find a career. Go do grappling or whatever. It's just time. So, don't need to see him get beat up anymore. It's long overdue for him to retire, 37 years old. Yeah, time to hang him up. Pretty simple. I don't want to see him fight at welterweight again, and I don't really want to see him fight at middleweight again, or in general, so just retire, and yeah, no more damage needs to be done. One thing left to say now is, who should they fight next? For Mick Beck, if he stays at welterweight like he should. Again, keyword is if and should. Fighters are not known for doing things that relate to that. If Mick Beck stays at welterweight like he should, which is a perfect weight class for him, who could he fight? Like, obviously you're not gonna give him a tomato can, but you're not gonna give him a super jumping competition either. Give him a decent opponent, but who? Chris Curtis. You know, I don't hate that. I actually don't hate that at all. Like Curtis, another middleweight who moved down. I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I like that. I think Chris Curtis would be a good one. Like, I think Orbai would easily win that fight, and I think it would make a lot of sense. It'd be a big jump up for Orbai. A win there would put him probably not far from, like, fighting amongst the really big names outside the top 15. Yeah, well, let's do it. Chris Curtis and Mick Orbai. I'm down to see it. I think it would make a lot of sense. Fuck it, why not? Let's see Orbai beat up another former middleweight. So, yeah, book it. Mick versus Chris Curtis. I'm down to see it. Book it. I think that makes perfect sense. Not very much else to say there. Yeah, that's about that. Simple, easy one for Mick against a guy who probably shouldn't even been sanctioned to fight at this weight class, but, you know, whatever, they're lucky they're in fucking Qatar. And, yeah, Easy one for Mictabek against a drained Hermanson, who, please fucking retire. Jack, please. And for Mictabek, who should he fight next if he's smart and stays at welterweight? I'd like to see him fight Chris Curtis. I think it would make a lot of sense. I think it'd be a good fight, good win for him. Let's do it. Mictabek versus Curtis. Sign me up. Sounds like a really good fucking fight night main card fight. Look it. Not really much else to say there. Mictabek's the GOAT. Obviously, he's millions of years old. Should stay at welterweight, and yeah, we'll see how far he can go at 170 when he's not killing himself to make 155. And Hermanson, please, please, fucking retire. After that, though, we get our third first round finish in a row, and our final knockout of the night, sadly, but it was still a good one to go out on, and not a shocking one in the slightest. Jesus Christ, could this be less shocking? As we had in our fourth fight of the main card, our third first round knockout in a row, and easily the weakest of the three, but still a knockout nonetheless. As we had in our fourth fight of the main card, our featured bout, co-main to the co-main, whatever you want to call it, our final knockout of the night in a very forgettable light heavyweight matchup on paper, and went exactly as I think most we predicted in execution. It was going to be a knockout or a decision, and it was a knockout. As we had in our fourth fight of the main card, the definitely weakest main card fight on paper, but pretty good execution, as we had Volkan Oezdemir versus Alonzo Menifield. Volkan ran through him in fucking 87 seconds. About really all there is to say. He swarmed him and put him out on the cage. Beautiful knee and left straight put him out. Not really much else to it. Yeah, Volkan ran through him as most people expected. I thought it was going to be a normal, boring Menifield fight, and it was a good possibility that it was going to be that, but Volkan said, nah, I'm not wasting time on you, and ran through him in fucking less than 90 seconds. Got the win. No shocker. Yeah, there you go. Nothing really else to say about the fight. Talk about the fighters. With Volkan first. We really learned nothing new about him here. And, you know, on the walkout they said he made chocolate, which, that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is just a normal win he gets after a loss to build himself back up, just to lose to another top-ranked guy like he always does. And, yeah, that's about the Volkan story for you. Win, lose, win, win, lose, win. Yeah, that's why he's been in the same position his whole fucking career so far. So, yeah, he's just getting a win here to lose to another top-ranked guy. Per the Volkan cycle. Speaking of guys who are in cycles in their careers, Menifield. He got his 2 wins against shit fighters, gets a step up, and loses. He does it all the time. He'll go win a fight after this, which will get him to fight with someone decent, and then he will fucking lose. Every time he's ever got a step up in competition, he's got his ass beat, and yeah, he just isn't that good. He can beat up shittier fighters or frauds like his last 2 wins. But outside of that, he fucking sucks, and he can never beat a higher echelon guy. So, yeah, pretty simple. Next. With that being said, the only thing left to say now is, who should they fight next? For Volkan, staying around number 10, or my bad, he's number 9. Who could he fight? Walker should probably fight Reyes, so that's off table. Ratchik would make no sense. Glushkov's fighting Jan. Mirzakhanov is fighting up. Jamal... would that really make a lot of sense? Would Jamal and Volkan really make much sense? Like, I guess to an extent? But like that just doesn't really feel like the most like the logical of fights. Where the Konov should fight Roundtree. Yeah, I guess Volkan and Jamal, there's really no other options. So Johnny probably should fight Dom, and Murzkanov fighting Khalil. Hopefully, Jan and Glushkov. Fuck it, Volkan and Hill. Makes sense. Would probably be an easy win for Volkan. Book it. Not really much else to say. Makes sense. Sure. I see no reason not to do it, so there you go. Easy win for Volkan there against a tomato can like Jamal. Book it. Not really much else to say there. If Manafield, he'll fight someone outside of the top 15 and probably beat him somehow and stay ranked. And yeah, that's about that. Not very much to say about this fight. Volkan wasted no time, but I'm running through Manafield like he was paper. And yeah, not a whole lot to say here. Easy win for Volkan. He should fight Jamal Hill next, I guess. You know, that's not even a great fight in my opinion, but I guess it makes the most sense out of all his options. Do it. And it would be an easy win for Volkan, so yeah, do it. Not really much else to say. Quick, easy win for Volkan against a can like Manafield. Simple. I don't know what else to say. Volkan gets his win to then fight a higher echelon guy that he could maybe beat or lose to. Manafield takes his normal L to a higher level guy, just like he always does after a win or two. Nothing new, no shocker. There you go. After that, I'm not gonna waste much time here because you already know I don't have any respect for this fight because it's this fight. We had our co-lame event of the evening, a fight that was just as terrible in execution as it looked on paper. So shocked. As we had in our co-lame event, the battle of the two guys I completely hate. Sadly, neither guy broke their leg. I was praying, but didn't get that outcome. As we had in the co-lame, the fight I hate most because I hate them both, and the fight was shit anyway. We had in the co-lame event, Ian Makako Gary versus Bumlal Muhammad. Yeah, this fight was garbage. Debatable decision. Ian definitely lost round 1, but round 2 and 3, I guess you can give him 30-27's bullshit, but whatever. The fight was garbage anyway. It's cut to the chase. Ian should fight JDM next. It would make the most sense. I see no reason not to do that. Bilal, who gives a fuck. But yeah, Ian and JDM would make the most sense next. Like, people are saying, oh, why not give Ian a title shot? Because he doesn't fucking deserve it. Morales deserves it. So, you're not gonna give Bilal, you're not gonna give Ian a fucking title shot. That'd be too fucking stupid. So, let him fight JDM. If he can win that, which, to be honest, after last week he might, then he can get a title shot. Outside of that, yeah, you know. So, especially if compared to Morales and Prates and even Bonfim, this fight was garbage. So, what does that tell you? Shitty fight, shitty fighters. Bilal's a can. Ian's a garbage, but he was, I guess, better here by a hair. Both guys look like shit, and the decision was very debatable, to be honest. But yeah, I guess you can give Ian round 2 and 3. Whatever. Fight sucked anyway. And yeah, not much else to say. Ian versus JDM makes the most sense, but do it. And yeah, this fight sucked. Who would have ever thought that two shitty fighters would have a shitty fight? Fuck them both. There you go. And then finally, after almost an hour and 40 minutes, we make it to the main event of the evening. A fight that went exactly how I think everyone expected it to. cuddles for days, and we had in the main event of the evening at lightweight, not for a title shot, no matter how bad they want to tell you the winner is getting a title shot. We had in our main event of the evening at lightweight a fight that went exactly as expected. I'm shocked the fight actually happened, and both these guys actually made it to the fight, so I guess maybe not as expected. And we had the main event to end a great night in Qatar with its first ever main event at lightweight. Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. Not much of a shock what happened here. I think we all pretty much expected this to happen. There were a lot of Hooker believers, but I think this was the predictable outcome. Not much to describe what happened here. Round 1, Arman, it was a little bit of a striking match. Arman landed a few decent shots, but mainly it was on the ground. Took him down and controlled him. Round 2, got him down even quicker, controlled him. Bloodied him up, really fucked up his left eye. Eventually locked up to the arm triangle and got to tap. Pretty simple. Arman wins by cuddles, like always. And, yeah, it was what it was. Bad? No, I wouldn't call it a bad main event, but it was exactly what I think we all thought it was gonna be. So, far from anything like, oh, I'm shocked. It was what it was. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It just got to finish instead of laying on him for 5 rounds. So, yeah, fine. Compared to some other things on the card, Koji, Costa, Erdiev even, I think those were better finishes. But this is fine. Very simple, predictable. Dude with minus 800. How many main events do you see that? Yeah, about that. To talk about the fighters real quick, not a whole lot to say for Arman. He thinks he's getting a title shot. Probably not. Like, the annoying thing with Arman, he is really fucking good. But he's kind of an asshole. He, of course, the headbutt to Hooker at the face-off was stupid. And again, he pulled out of a title shot with Islam back in January, which, what an idiot. But, you know, he's really good, and eventually he'll fight for the belt. Just probably not right now, so I don't know. He's really good, but just kind of a fucking idiot. And then for the Hangman, yeah, he's done. Hooker is cooked, to be honest. He's 35 and he looked completely just done. Like, even in the fight, he walked out and looked a shell of himself. I think he's completely done. Like, he still looked drained from the fucking weigh-ins in the cage. He did not really put up much of a fight. I think he's done. We probably won't see him till like 2027. Yeah, I think he'll probably have a few more fights, maybe 2 or 3, and then call it quits. So, he's not, like, even still at this version of Hooker, he's probably still a bottom top 15 guy, but yeah, he's just cooked. He looked a shell of himself here, even compared to how he looked in the last few fights. And, yeah, I think one way or another, I think he'll end up in BKFC or something like that before his career is over. So, yeah, that's about that. Only thing I'm saying now is, who should they fight next? Like, obviously, everyone's Tsarukyan should get a title shot. No, because obviously we know Paddy's going to fight Ilya in January. Can they announce that already? So I think this is what should happen at lightweight. I think we all know Ilya's going to beat Paddy in January, and then he should go after Islam during the summer. We know Charles and Max are going to fight each other probably sometime early next year. Why not the winner of that fight Arman when Ilya moves up, and they could fight for the interim? Gaethje's going to retire. I think that checks out. Would anyone be upset with that idea? Arman would either fight Max or Charles for the interim without Ilya going up to beat up Islam. Or maybe it's just if Ilya's done with lightweight and just wants to stay at welterweight, then it's for the legit belt. So, yeah, I think that would make the most sense. It's a long process to get there, but one way or another, either Arman will fight for the belt or will fight Ilya. So, yeah, I think that makes the most sense. It would be the best timeline for lightweight for next year. Ilya beats up Paddy and fights Islam in summer. Charles and Max fight, and the winner of that fights Arman for the interim or the vacated belt, and Gaethje fucks off to go cry about not getting shit he doesn't deserve. So, yeah, I think that's perfect. So, and where does Hooker's future fit into all of this? I don't know. Probably a fight with like Fiziev I wouldn't be shocked at, or I could maybe fighting one of the up and coming guys, but I more than likely he's gonna fight Fiziev. I would have to imagine. I could see that maybe sometime next year. So if we're lucky, so maybe that whenever they go to Australia later in the year, they always go twice, early and late in the year. So maybe there. And that'd be fine. I don't know, like, Benoit's gonna fight Gamrot, I think. I don't know who else Hooker would fight. No one else really deserves that jump in the rankings right now, so... yeah, Hooker Fiziev would be a great fight. Sure, why not? Do it. There you go. With that being said, not really too much else to be said. Fine main event. Arman won by cuddles, as I think anyone expected. And, yeah, good win for him. Still probably not getting a title shot right now. Unless he can make that January date to fight Ilya, which I don't think so, plus everything is booked. Well, against Paddy, but if he could do that, then fine. I don't think he's going to, or he could. But if he could, then yeah, that works, but it's not gonna happen. And, yeah, more than likely, I think that the timeline I gave is the best scenario. So I think his next fight should be against Max or Charles for the interim or vacant belt. So yeah, that makes the most sense. And for Hooker, I think if I have Fiziev win sometime next year, would probably be the best outcome. Do I think he wins that fight? Probably not. But yeah, I think it would make sense. So yeah, there you go. Not really much else to say. Fine main event, fine finish for Arman. I really don't think he deserved a finish or a bonus, especially over some people who didn't get one, but whatever. I'm trying to keep him from crying about everything for 5 minutes. And, yeah, fine win for him. Hooker looks cooked, but maybe he can bounce back in Fiziev. Arman eventually will fight for the belt. Just probably not against Ilya, and if it is against Ilya, it's probably this time next year, so... not really much else to say. Fine main event to end off a really great card, and still better than whatever the fuck JDM was. I guess that's the silver lining of it all. Fine main event, and fine win for Arman Tsarukyan to probably not even fight Ilya. With that being said, finally, an hour and 47 minutes later, Jesus Christ, boom, that's the card to go over how I did on picks, and I can't make this up for the first time ever, and I've been doing picks for years. I think the first card I ever predicted was it Blades dos Santos, I think, or maybe it was Jones Reyes, one or the other. I went a perfect for the first time, 14 of 14, 5 perfect, 880, every pick correct, clean sweep. Wow, I never thought I could do it. Still doesn't feel real that I actually did it, and I fucking am in shock still about it. Fuck yeah, thank God I didn't fall for the Saigid and fucking Tagir fucking trap, and yeah, first ever perfect night on a 14 fight card, no less. Fuck yeah. So I haven't had a winless night, and I've not had a perfect night. This is the perfect night. So am I gonna go winless on 323? Hope not. So yeah, if you want to say the worst pick was probably Uzmir by decision, but I do think that was a possibility of happening, so... I don't know. I'm happy. Can't be happier. Perfect night. Awesome. The bonuses for the card were 4 performance bonuses that went to Arman, Waldo, Koji, and Riley. I agree with Waldo and Koji. I don't agree with Arman and Riley. I think Oralby, Nerdayev, and even Yakyayev deserve bonuses more than Arman and Riley. Like, I get the UFC, like, trying to keep Arman happy and they want to push Riley, but Oralby, Yakyayev, and Nerdayev deserve bonuses way more, so. Like that, at least Waldo and Koji got deserved ones, but yeah, the other two were probably wrong. Next, if you missed a card, what should I say? You should go back and rewatch. Nerdayev, Taporia, Yakyayev, Riley, Koji, Waldo, Oralby, Uzdemir, and probably the main event. I'd say it'd be the best ones to go back and rewatch. 100% skip Freeman. Aliev was not terrible, but I doubt anyone cares to rewatch that or go watch that. Almabayev and Dalby was awful, and the co-main was shit. So I would watch again. Topology's running super slow now. Nerdayev, Taporia, Yakyayev, Riley, Koji, Waldo, Oralby, Uzdemir in the main. I would, and maybe Aliev. I would skip Freeman, Almabayev, Dalby, and the co-main. So there you go, plenty of good to watch. Yeah, actually, in fact, you just go watch the UFC's all finishes video they put out after the card, which is very good. So go check that out. If you rather do that, then go back and watch the full fight. So next, second to last thing, as always, and the best thing, everyone's favorite segment, at least mine, at least, the chopping block. Who is on it this week? I'm not sure. I know one name. It might be a one-headed block this week. That one head being Rafael Cerqueira. I really don't know who else is really on this block. Like, of course I could say other joke Bujalo, but I don't think he's gonna get cut. Shamrock's not getting cut. Loader, I think they'll give one more fight. Bexat, obviously not. Perez, obviously not. Saget, obviously not. Grodd, obviously not. Tagir, no. Hermanson should retire, but he should not get cut. Menafield, no. Yeah, I think it's just Rafael Cerqueira, really. Like, you can make a case for Bujalo, Loader, and I guess Hermanson, but even I think those are kind of soft cases, so I'd just say Cerqueira mainly, and yeah, 0-4, jobbed out to everyone he fought. Good. Should have been cut after the last fight, but I guess one more quick beating was the nail in the coffin. And with that being said, the only thing left now, the final part, is what would I rate this card? It was really good. And again, it could make a case for being better than 322. I think I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It was phenomenal. It was a truly great card. A few bad on it, but most of it was great. I really enjoyed most of it, and I'm gonna say an 8.5 out of 10. But better than 322 somehow. I don't know how, but it somehow was, and I'm gonna say a 8.5 out of 10. Very, very good. Better, even better than expected. Better than 322 somehow. I enjoyed it. Great early fights and a great way to go into Thanksgiving break week, whatever. So, with that being said, not really much else to say. Fun card, fun back-to-back phenomenal cards, and now we head into Thanksgiving week, which obviously is a break for the UFC, which is understandable, and yeah, that's very fun. Very good way to go into a break week. And now we look to the future, which is only 2 cards left. Though this was the last fight night of the year, we got one more pay-per-view and 1 Apex card. And those cards look alright. The 323 looks very decent. Revol Cup looks to be a very mid-Apex card. But still time for those to get better. And, yeah, so we'll be talking about those in 2 weeks. So obviously, I will still have a retrospective video out this week. So expect that on Tuesday. I'll be doing a Tough Season 1 retrospective, which will be fun. I know many people have done it, but it'll still be fun, so expect that on Tuesday, and yeah. So no breakdown recap for 2 weeks, which sucks, but what can you do? Enjoy it. Let's all just sit back, enjoy Thanksgiving. Obviously, I'll still be live. Probably Tuesday, probably on Thanksgiving night. I don't know what I'm going to do. I probably won't do as many streams. I'll probably maybe a 4-stream week. But we'll see. Gonna be a fun week, though. I'm excited, even with no fights. Thanksgiving week, who doesn't love it? And, yeah, it's gonna be fun, so... That being said, I'm very thankful for y'all, and hope you enjoyed the video. Longer than I would like, and I am getting this out probably a bit later than planned, but what can you do? That was a good card, deserved a lot of talk and praise, and it was good. It was very good. I enjoyed it. Hope you did as well, and 2 cards left. Last fight night of the year done. Gave the great one. Let's end with Thanksgiving break. So, that being said, not very much else to be said. Like I said, I'll still be live at times and doing a few shorts. I'll definitely have 2 shorts out tomorrow. But yeah, video wise, retrospective on Tuesday, and then we'll be back when we're back. When we come back for 323 and final pay-per-view ever. Should be fun. I can't wait. Let's take a little bit of a week off and see what we're thankful for. So I'm thankful for y'all, like I said, and I think that's about that. So let's end this, shall we, before we hit the 2-hour mark. Still can't believe it's been 2 hours. So to end this before we get that long, I say, as always, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn subs to go by the end of 2025. We're almost there, so either we're closer to 200, or close to the end of the year. Which one will break first, we'll see. And yeah, not very much else to say. Is there anything, I'm forgetting anything? I don't think so. So let's get out of this bitch by saying what we always say, and that is, as always, RX out. Good vibes only. And always.